Have you ever been told that people who talk to themselves are crazy? Well, there's a lot of new discoveries coming out every day in many different fields. But one of the things that people are discovering in psychology is that those who have an inner dialogue or some sort of self-talk are usually a little bit higher on the IQ score, and their thoughts and their actions are more organized and planned out. Native Americans have known about the benefits of self-talk or the inner dialogue for thousands and thousands of years. The medicine men and women that I learned from told me all about the inner dialogue and the inner voices and how to distinguish between the voices that can help us on our path and build us up and the voices that do nothing but tear us down. We break these two kinds of voices into sets. We call them the inner personas and the fear feeders. The fear feeders are the voices in your head that simply feed on your fears or feed your fears. They contribute to your fears. If you keep hearing in your head, I'm going to fail, I can't do this, I'm not ready for this, everything's going to go wrong, I never do right, I always mess up, those kinds of things, those are your fear feeder voices. And sometimes we can say the cruelest things to ourselves, things that other people would never say. Some of us are experts at beating ourselves up. So it's integral that we recognize this kind of dialogue and silence it by listening to the inner personas instead. The inner personas are either our inner adults, children, or elders. Our inner adults are what most of us are familiar with. If you go to the grocery store and you have a list in mind of things you need to get, you might hear inner dialogue telling you, don't forget to pick up milk, don't forget to pick up toilet paper, whatever's on your list. That's the kind of thing your inner adult might tell you. If you've ever done a good job and you've heard some kind of a voice in your head that said, good job, well done, you did a great job with that, that's your inner elders. And they are so integral to mental health. They can give you the kind of love that a perfect parent would. None of us had perfect parents, but we all deserved them. And if we can turn inside and listen to that inner elder, we can find that perfect acceptance and unconditional love. The inner children like to explore new things. They like to learn and go on adventures. So when we might feel like we're overworked, we're stressed, we're depressed, we need a break, but we don't really know what to do and all we can think of is a nice expensive vacation, there are other ways. Turn to your inner children and ask them what they like to do. What did you enjoy doing as a child? What could you do today that would bring a smile to your face? Something simple. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just walking in the sunshine or watching the breeze and the leaves of the trees. Something that brings you joy. Something that makes you smile in your heart. If we can balance all three of these inner personas and make sure that all of their needs are met and hear their voices loud and strong, there won't be any room left over for those fear feeder voices. And we'll be a much happier person as a result. There are many different medicine wheels about these different voices that can help you recognize when you're hearing a fear feeder voice or an inner elder or an inner adult. Sometimes when we first start to recognize these voices, the fear feeders get very sneaky. They can disguise themselves and they sound logical, like a logical fear that you might want to be aware of. But then if you examine it, you realize the more you think about it, you're just getting yourself worked up. You're feeling more fear, more anxiety, more stress. That's how you know it's a fear feeder voice. If you'd like to learn more, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be happy to share what I've learned with you. Thank you very much for watching.